motherfucking video. How y'all living, fam? Hope everyone's having a great day, great week, great night whenever y'all are watching this shit up and through here. And as y'all can see by the title, your girl decided to come on in and go ahead and try to attempt to recap Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, which is the new version of Love and Hip Hop, the whole series developed by Miss Mona Scott. Haiti, okay, because she's Haitian. Alrighty. Here's the deal. I know a lot of you guys are really upset that I didn't really finish Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But to be real with y'all, I got bored with the shit. A lot of them storylines were bullshit. Not to say that reality shows ain't bullshit, but the only person I was really honestly looking forward to seeing on the show was Jocelyn. And yes, she showed her ass last couple of episodes in the reunion, but that was pretty much all you could possibly talk about. I mean, she showed her ass and then they had discussions for that shit for the whole hour long of the show for both 2 and 3. Talking about Stevie and Jocelyn. So really, there was really nothing else. That and the Mimi sex tape, which y'all already know I did a video on that shit. And if you haven't checked it out, it'll be linked down below. It'll make you chuckle. Anyway, I thought I would go ahead and give Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, a little try, see what's up. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I have not checked it out. And so y'all know what I do. When I do recaps, we go ahead and recap them as I watch the show. So you see my natural reaction to the shit and in my normal recap fashion. We got my recap juice. Y'all know how I do. Disregard what the fuck I look like. The girl had to go to the gym today. She worked out. And I don't have no makeup on. I ain't got shit going. Shit, I had to do something, bitch. Struggling like a motherfucker, but y'all wanted this recap. So let's go. So we start off with Miss Hazel E. and Miss Tierra Marie, okay? And if y'all recall, Tierra Marie was some kind of, R&B, a singer, whatever the fuck, and she done got dropped from Def Jam and shit. And then we got Hazel E, who I ain't never seen the bitch before. And she was supposedly some publicist at some point, and then she decided to go off on her own and do some rap shit. And then she didn't do well with that shit. And so now she's considered an underground rapper, so she's trying to, get in the game and show people she's serious and shit. So I guess Hazel E and Tierra Marie are supposedly roommates, but neither one of them bitches have seen each other in a while, because Tierra Marie's been house sitting for a friend. And what I'm trying to figure out is who the fuck's house she's sitting at, and what the fuck she sat on to be able to house sit and be able to hang out by the infinity pool and whatever the fuck. But we won't talk about that shit, so I guess they decided to go ahead and get together. They have conversations about whatever the fuck is going on in their lives. Tierra Marie goes ahead and lets Hazel E know what's going on with her and Ray J, and I guess she's had a relationship with Ray J, which you guys know he's on the show too. And so she's had a relationship with him off and on for several years, and that's the love of her life, okay? And so she's telling Hazel E how she was supposed to dating him at some point, and how at some point she had seen some other motherfucker's photos in his phone, and I guess she gave him some right hook or some shit, and ever since that shit, she hadn't seen the motherfucker in 8 months. All the while, she's telling Hazel E all this motherfucking bullshit, and all I could do was look at the motherfucking right titty with the nipple just sitting out just like this, because I don't know if y'all saw the shit, but her right titty was just chilling, nipple out, chilling, blurred the fuck out.
But I saw the nipples, bitch.
So I guess Tierra Marie is just trying to get Ray J to man the fuck up. She's saying she ain't talked to the motherfucking 8 months, so she's like, look, I just need you to reply to my motherfucking ass, because at this point, you done moved the bitch in and I got my shit at your crib. So just, meet with me and give me my shit. And here's my thing. I'm sitting here like, this motherfucker seem a little cuckoo. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know the bitch from shit, but from what I see so far, she seems a little, crazy, deranged. But we gonna see. So now we get introduced to Morgan, who is the personal assistant to several celebrities, one of which is Ray J, okay? And so she's talking about how she's a personal assistant to that motherfucker and a few other motherfuckers, and she does this for her kid, and they show the kid or whatever. Moving on. So we get introduced to Ray J, okay? Who is an author, he's an actor, he done did a little bit of everything. He's a rapper, he done sang or whatever the fuck, okay? And he's building an empire right now. And so he's trying to put out some kind of launch party for his RayJ.com website, okay? So he meets with Morgan to try to get all that situated or whatever. And she going through the list and shit, talking about how he's got all these hoes that he done fucked on the list, including Tierra Marie. So I guess Morgan goes ahead and explains to everybody that she had a relationship with Tierra Marie at some point, but the bitch is violent. And so at one point when she threatened her, did something to her, she was like, fuck that bitch. I'm done with a bitch. So now she's trying to figure out why the fuck this bitch is on the list. And of course, Ray J's like, it ain't even about that. It's about RayJ.com. Y'all hear the way Ray J talks? I hate the way he talks. I can't even imitate the way that motherfucker talks. He be like,
Ray J.
y'all notice that shit? But we gonna see what the fuck happens, because I guess he wants the bitch kept on the motherfucking list. We got Omarion, who we're being reintroduced to, and if y'all know who Omarion was, he was with B2K, the singing group or whatever, and they supposedly, according to him, disbanded because of some issues between all of them or amongst them. So he's had a very successful solo career, and now he has signed a new deal. He's also having a new baby coming up with a bitch named April, okay? And so we get introduced to April, who is now talking about how they're getting, their new baby on and their new life on, with their new house on. And then they start talking while she's over getting herself, examined or whatever to see how the baby's doing. Supposedly, I guess she don't get along with the mama. That would be Omarion's mama. And Omarion's like, look, bitch, I'm gonna need y'all to get along, because y'all are two women in my life, and that's just pretty much about it. Soulja Boy, who now gets introduced into the show and shit, and they show him at the club and shit, doing his thing on the mic and shit, and he introduces himself as a rapper, okay, and a producer. And then he done introduces himself as a motherfucking actor, and I'm like,
Nigga, what the fuck movie, show, or whatever the fuck you been in but this one?
please, someone comment down below and let me know if you saw him in some major motion picture, okay? Cause the only motherfucking picture that I done saw him in was the last little shit that happened with him and Cat Stacks. If y'all been following his ass for a little bit, you know Cat Stacks, that little, thought that did a few men's, is in the celebrity industry or whatever, been with everybody and their mama. Her ass set his ass up and pretty much showcased a little bit of shit he didn't really want to get out. His little crack cocaine addiction. I'm just saying. So this motherfucker gonna try to introduce his girlfriend while they at the club, because it's her birthday and shit. And this motherfucker gonna be like,
I just want to say happy birthday to my heart, my love, my everything. We doing it for real. This is your night. I love you so much.
I was with him until he started talking about we doing it for real. Like, what the fuck are you doing for real, nigga? Just say happy birthday to the bitch and move the fuck on. We get introduced to Nia, whatever the fuck her name is, Miss Riley, who's Teddy Riley's daughter. And I'm sitting here like, motherfucker, you don't even need this motherfucking show. Teddy Riley is your motherfucking father. Why are you on this motherfucker to begin with? But anyway, so she's fucking around with Soulja Boy and shit. And he talking about some turn up. And I'm like,
Nigga, you need to turn on some motherfucking Blistex, nigga. Some chapstick, nigga. Do something with them motherfucking chap lips, my nigga.
and can Soulja Boy eat a cheeseburger? Hell, can that motherfucker eat 20 cheeseburgers? That nigga needs to eat like pasta, cheeseburgers, and motherfucking lard to gain some motherfucking weight. This nigga thin as fuck. So she gonna talk about how he and her have been off and on for several years and shit, and they gonna go to when they in the club and shit, and this nigga holding on to her and shit, talking about something.
I ain't gonna mess up no more. You dig what I'm saying?
Like, who the fuck? Why the fuck you talking to your girlfriend like that? Is that how motherfuckers talk to their girlfriends in real life? For real? So I guess Tierra Marie texts Ray J and tells him she gonna be at his office. He says, bitch, stay in the parking lot. I'm gonna meet you outside, okay? Smart move, Ray J, okay? So I guess she comes out the motherfucking car and she talks about this other bitch and how she's upset that he didn't give her no regard and it's been months they haven't talked to each other and shit. And, I'm just hurt.
I'm so hurt.
And this nigga gonna be like, look, if I tell you that I'm okay and I'm good now, why can't I just tell you that I'm good now? And this motherfucker gonna be like,
you hurt me.
and I'm like, okay, see, I can't with this bitch. Like, I'm gonna need you to just sing. Can you sing? Like, your ass seems to be problematic. Your ass seems to be a little cuckoo damn chew. Like, she don't seem to have it all together. Beautiful girl. Cute face, titties in your face, but I don't know. Something not right up and through her. And if this nigga talks about that RayJ.com party one more time, if that nigga ain't trying to get no motherfucking free publicity by saying that motherfucking shit every other motherfucking sentence,
Nigga.
so now Tierra Marie crying in the car and shit, and she's like, where my shit at? I want my shit. And this nigga gonna talk about how his new girl might have thrown that shit out. And I'm like, nigga, I wish a motherfucker would tell me that your new bitch done threw my shit out the motherfucking house. But we gonna see how this all goes down, because I'm sure her ass is gonna be at his little RayJ.com opening. We're introduced to Little Fizz, who used to be in B2K with Omarion, alright? And so now Lil Fizz talks about his little story. He done had a kid with this girl named Moniece, and I guess he's had some baby mama drama with her. And at some point he was granted a restraining order, and then he also had his son full-time for like a year and a half. He got custody of him full-time. And then from there, they granted him joint custody, but since then, he's had his child because Moniece, the baby mama, really don't seem to have a stable place to stay. So now he meets up with Omarion there at the barbershop. They're exchanging stories and shit. Exchanging baby mama stories and shit. We got Moniece and we got Morgan coming together at the hair salon. And Moniece is Little Fizz's baby mama. And they come together to talk about whatever the fuck's going on in their lives. And of course, Morgan's talking about what's going on with you, Little Fizz. And is your little son with you most of the time, or is he with Lil Fizz? Like, what's going on with that shit? And she proceeds to be like, look, it's water under the bridge. Whatever the fuck happened with the restraining order and all that bullshit. But we gotta have a little talk. And I don't know about you, but she comes across a little cuckoo like Tiara as well. So there might be two crazy motherfuckers on this damn show, but we gonna go ahead and see. So Nia and Soulja Boy are now at seemingly Nia's house. Okay, I guess she lives with her mama or something like that. And I guess they're sitting here talking about, you ready to move in together? Because I guess they're gonna take that next step and try to move in together. And it turns out that I guess in the meantime, in between relationships, okay, at some point when they were broke up, she got into a relationship with somebody else and had a baby by somebody else. So now she has a 1-year-old baby girl. So they're gonna move in together with this baby girl, and seemingly from what I see, Soulja Boy is cool with the baby too and very comfortable with her and all that good shit. So we're gonna see what happens with that relationship. As promised, April, Omarion's baby mama, okay, decides to go ahead and get together with Omarion's mama. And they're over at the Hollywood house, Omarion and April's new Hollywood house. And they're sitting there shooting the shit, talking and shit. And I guess Omarion's mama decided to pretty much fill her in on the fact that she don't really fuck with the bitch, because the fact that at one point in time, Omarion had promised that she would be taken care of because she had some kind of ailment of some sort, that she was sick or whatever, and that her medical bills or whatnot would be tended to. I guess she was a hairdresser, worked with some big name people, R. Kelly, etc. Okay, and I guess at some point Omarion had promised that she would be taken care of. And then when April came into the picture and she had gotten pregnant and she came into the fold and they moved to Hollywood, all of a sudden shit done changed. The phone calls done stopped and the bills stopped getting paid, etc., etc. So basically the shit wasn't resolved, because pretty much his mama was like, look bitch, you the newbie, I don't have to get along with your motherfucking ass because I'm always gonna be here since I'm his mama. So we only know what the fuck's gonna happen with that relationship. So we got Moniece at Lil Fizz's studio session, I guess, and she pops up on him and he's like, what the fuck you doing here, bitch? And she was like, I'm just gonna pop on you since I don't know where the fuck you live. Now, bitch, I'm gonna need you to kind of sort of know where your son is pretty much laying his head at on a continuous basis, but you know, we won't talk about that. So now they go ahead and have conversations, and they have conversations about Cameron, their son, and she's upset that he's not responding to her calls and shit when text messages when she's asking about what Cameron's doing and how she wants to talk to her son, which I don't have a problem with her wanting, you know, him to respond back to, because she is his mama. The problem that I do have is the fact that she's like, it's unfortunate for me that I can't fit him into my life pretty much because I'm so busy. Sometimes I don't even have time to take a shit, bitch. There are people who have just one member of the family that is themselves taking care of their kid, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna need you to not sound as though Cameron is an inconvenience because you have so many things you have to do. I already know, like I said, the bitch seems a little Looney Tunes as it is, talking about I just don't have time for nothing. I'm gonna need you to have your son more than once every couple of weeks based on what Lil Fizz is saying. I'm just saying, you can't come in here demanding no shit, but you barely seeing your son. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a mother, and this is no shade whatsoever, but it just doesn't sound right to me. Lil Fizz is like, look, bitch, I can understand if you were spending more time with your son or were helping me with taking care of our son, but you coming in here trying to tell me all all kinds of this and that I need to be doing, and I'm the one who's taking care of him primarily because you ain't doing shit. And just based on the conversation, just a little bit that I do know based on what I've seen so far, I have to agree with Lil Fizz. Hey, comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. We're at RayJ.com's little launch party, and I guess Morgan is talking to Princess, which is Ray J's new boo. And I guess they start to talking and realize Tiara's been invited to the party, and she over in the corner because she done came finally wearing her little yellow suit and shit. And I guess this princess bitch done took pictures of whatever the fuck was in the bag that was Tiara's, okay? So I guess there was some BV capsules in it, some coochie cream, some Vagisil, just in case you got the itchy scratches. If you got the heebie-dibby-jeebies, some itchy scratches, get a little something, you got an itch down there, you want to make sure to soothe that shit. So I guess a little bit of that, some old airline tickets or whatever the fuck. So she done took some pictures of the shit, and I guess she was sharing that shit with Morgan. And so now Ray J goes over to Tiara and was like, thanks for coming to my RayJ.com party. And of course Tiara's like, no problem, you looking good, and pulls him aside to tell him that since y'all motherfucking asses decided to get rid of my shit, that you need to go ahead and cut me in check. And I know y'all saw her face when she said that shit because she looks psycho as fuck, okay? Now Princess comes over like, is this the shit you were missing, bitch? Showing her phone. And she was like, wait, right? And next thing you know, you already know something's gonna pop the fuck off. Now Tiara's like, bitch, don't ever come at me like that, hoe. Throwing her motherfucking drink at Princess, and everybody starts to break the fuck up. Look, you already know this shit's finna be some straight up ratchetry, okay? We already know Tiara's crazy as fuck, and I guarantee you the girl to watch on this season is gonna be Tiara Marie. She's pretty much the Jocelyn of Hollywood love and hip hop, wouldn't you say? And I would say that RayJ.com is the Stevie J. We gonna see though, because we don't really know what the fuck is going on, but this is gonna be very interesting to see how the season goes. So I am right now gonna let y'all know that I'm going to try my damnedest to recap every episode of Love and Hip Hop. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the show. Let me know what y'all thought of Tiara, okay? And let me know if you guys plan on continuing to watch the rest of the season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Mona Scott, boo-boo. I ain't even mad at you, dog. And you Haitian? Girl, you better go. Get your paper from these motherfuckers out here, dog. If you haven't checked out my latest makeup video on the Kat Von D foundation that you guys have been asking me to review, I will link it down below. It's something else. So make sure you check it out. You will laugh your ass off as always. And thumbs up this video if you love seeing these videos from your girl. And you already know what to do. As always, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SocialiteSandy. Hit me up on my Facebook fan page and my Pinterest page. Those links are down below. Hit me up on my blog, TheSocialiteLife.blogspot.com, and hit me up on Instagram at SocialiteSandy. And you already know I love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye. Boom. Oh, shit. Oh, that's fucking red as hell. But okay, we're gonna play around with this shit.